Hi everyone, it's Kate from The Fold Line. I am back this week with a brand edit. I don't know if the backdrop can give you a little clue of where I am, which is Marylebone High Street, and actually one of my favourite streets in London. And we are going to go and look at the new Sezane shop. I'm going to try and do a bit of filming if I can, but I'm crucially going to go and have a look at all their lovely clothes and then go home and try and find some lovely patterns for you, because this was the most requested of all the brands that you wanted for the next one. So here we go, let's go and look in the shop. So I'm in the changing room. I've got on this lovely high-necked blouse, which I think is great. There are loads of these in lots of different fabrics, and I think it's something that's really useful in my wardrobe. I would definitely be buying this, but I think this is something that I will definitely have a look for, because I think it's a really nice addition to your wardrobe. I've got a few more things to try on. There wasn't everything here that I was hoping for. So now I've got a quilted jacket on, which I actually really like. I like this sort of round neckline. You can see that it's quilted. It's got a little patch pocket. I'll show you a proper picture of it at home so you can get an idea. But this to me is something, there were quite a few of them, and I really like that they're in lots of different fabrics. And who doesn't love a quilted jacket, especially as we're heading into spring? So now I've got a really lovely boxy shirt on, which I'm really into. They have it in loads of different colours and fabrics, and it's just a very useful item for your wardrobe. It's quite loose fitting, and the fabric is lovely actually. So I think this is something, because there are so many of them, that I will definitely try and find, because who doesn't need a boxy shirt in their life? So I've just done a full skirt, tried loads of stuff on. It's right in there. I didn't get loads, I couldn't film loads inside because they wouldn't let me, so apologies. I was hoping to have more stuff. I did manage to do a little bit of filming in the changing room, so hopefully that will be useful. It was really lovely to see all the stuff. The quality of the fabric is amazing. The thing that was a bit disappointing is that it's a bit like a concept store, so not everything that they have in stock is there. So there were a few things that I'd sort of hoping to see, but they weren't there. But all in all, I've got some really great ideas for sewing patterns. Hello, so I am back from town. I've done my research. I hope the light is okay. It is feeling like it's getting a little bit dark, and I really want to get this done while everything is still fresh in my head. Excuse me one second. I've got a very needy little dog that is desperate for an afternoon cuddle. Honestly, anyone who has one of these little monsters will know how needy they are. So I have got 10 patterns that I have picked, and I tried to pick items that I thought that they repeated quite a lot, kind of core things that were part of their kind of, I don't know, collection. Things that I would note about the company: I was extremely impressed with the quality of the fabrics. Beautiful, beautiful quality of fabrics. The other thing that I really liked about them was that they make quite a few styles in loads of different types of, like, different colorways and different materials. So if there is something that you fall in love with, they then make it in loads of colors, so you could get it in lots of different colors. Which is something that I always get very frustrated about as a consumer, because men are able to buy things year on year and women can't, because everything changes all the time. So that's something that they do a lot of, and I really love. And also the sizing. So I am a UK 12. Bottoms, I'm probably 12 to 14, and I would say that the trousers didn't massively fit me, but I was not surprised by that because I'm quite curvy. But the sizing of the tops and stuff, actually, I ended up buying sizes smaller than I normally would have tried on, which always makes you feel nice. So I was quite surprised by that. So I really liked it. I was really impressed. I thought it was a great company, and I have bought stuff from them in the past. Yes, because I know that most people don't make their entire wardrobes, but they're definitely worth having a look at. Their knitwear in particular is really lovely quality. Right, shut up Kate, get on with it. So I've started with outerwear. I've got 3 different jackets. The first one is a kind of workwear jacket. I think it's called Will. They make this every season in lots of different colours. I love it. I think it's really beautiful. I think it's something that, again, it's timeless. It's one of those timeless things that they bring out each season, and I think it's got a bit of a cult sort of following this jacket, so people sort of look forward to it coming out in the sort of summer colour. I tried it on. It was really lovely. They just didn't have it in my size, so I haven't got a video of me in it. Anyway, pattern that I thought would work really well with this is the Maison Jamila jacket. So this PDF only comes in a UK size 8 to 28. The reason that I picked this, if we look at it if I put them next to each other, you can see it's got the slanted pockets, which was the thing for me that was like the core feature. They're also sewn into the front placket, which is the same as the jacket from Sezane. And it has that same feel, like it's not super boxy. The arms are quite fitted, and it's quite fitted around the shoulders, but it's kind of then slightly relaxed down from the hip. The cut of the length of it as well is exactly the same. That sort of kind of top of your calf, top of your thigh. So I thought that was I was really chuffed with that. I thought it was a really great option. So that one is there if you want to recreate that look. And again, it's worth having a look at their website and seeing all the different colours if you're looking for inspiration, because actually I find it quite handy then to see it in loads of different colours to get an idea of what I would like to make it in. Next up, we have got this beautiful wrap coat. Again, this is something that they bring out, a sort of variation of this most winters, obviously because it's an absolute classic cut. This season they've got it in a camel colour and a black, and I thought that the Bella Love Pattern Grace coat was just like a match made in heaven for this. The only slight difference that I would say is that the Sezane one is cut very slightly shorter than the Bella Love's one, and there is a very slight curve on the corner of the front of the jacket. That's the only real difference. I just think it's almost spot on. So this pattern comes in a size UK 6 to 20. I know that I've spoken about this before, so I don't want to harp on about it for ages, but it's a really great pattern. It's got some really nice tailoring details. It's wrapped, obviously. It's got a button as well, a little popper closure as well, so you don't have to have the tie if you don't want to. There's also a very handy little storage inside the jacket where you can put a little, it's almost like a little thing to store the tie bit that goes around your waist, which is fantastic. It's such a lovely pattern, so I was really chuffed with those, and I think that one works really well. And next up, we've got that really lovely quilted jacket that I tried on in the change room, which I know you can only see about half of it. So here is a full picture so you can get an idea of what it looks like. Reversible, little round, it was like collarless, poppers down the front. Had a really fun lining, which I thought was great, which you then turned up the sleeves. The pattern I thought would work perfectly was the Helen's Closet Wildwood jacket and vest. Now, I think if you look at the kind of fit compared to the Sezane one, it's a little bit more fitted. So if you wanted to recreate that look, I would probably size up, and then you get a slightly more boxy feel. The other thing is the pockets are very slightly different, but these are sort of things that I think most of us would be able to tweak and change. But it has the same feel, that sort of collarless option with the poppers. She's also made it with a really fun lining, and you can see that she's got that sort of turn up sleeve on it as well, so you can see you get a little peek of what the lining's like. Again, really handy to go and have a look at this, because they've got it in quite a few colours to give you an idea of what it looks like, and then kind of give you inspiration for your patterns. So this pattern comes in a UK 6 to 34, and yeah, I think it's a really lovely one. So I thought those were a pretty good match. So next, we're moving on from outerwear to a jumpsuit. This one was beautiful, I had a look at it, it was in a really nice thick kind of denim, zipped up the front, had zips on the pocket over the breast as well, and it was just, I really liked the cut on the leg. I just thought it was great. So I'm sure many of you are looking at this going, I know the pattern. The Closet Core Blanca was the one I thought would work perfectly for this. Very similar with the details, zip closure, which is the same as the Sezane one. The leg shape is very slightly different on the Sezane one, and I think because it's in a heavier fabric, it's very slightly more fitted, which again would be a very easy tweak for you to do, but very similar in its feel. It had the tie and all the pockets are similar. It was just, yeah, it felt like a really good mix. So that one I was quite chuffed with. Next up, I've got 3 kind of blouses, because I feel like Sezane is very known for the blouse, and they do loads and loads of them in lots of different fabrics, and those to me are their kind of core, I guess, the thing that people kind of go there for. So I've got 3 options. The first one is this really great, it's a collaboration with an artist that they've just done, the one that you can see, beautiful with the print that they're actually embroidered onto the shirt. It's just beautiful, and as soon as I saw it in the shop I was like, oh my goodness, that is the Anna Allen Anthea all over. It's very similar cut. You can see that it's got buttons down the front, the sleeve is exactly the same. The only difference is that the Sezane one has a tiny little frill that goes around the neckline, which would be actually quite a simple thing to add if you wanted to. But if not, just the shape of it, I thought the Anna Allen Anthea was absolutely perfect. I was so chuffed. I thought it was, you know, almost bang on. Sizing for this is a UK 6 to 24. And it also comes in a variation to make it into a dress as well, if you fancied. So then we have got, which I think is sort of Sezane's iconic sort of look. It was like the one that I tried on in the dressing room. This high-necked with a bit of a ruffle going on. They have lots of different iterations of this, different styles, but that core one, and actually the picture I'm showing you is the top that I tried on in the white. I also actually have the version I'm showing you in the black, a kind of variation of that which I wear a lot. I really like them because they look nice with everything. They look really lovely with the jumper, so you can just see the little frill. And I think that's sort of, if you want to be quite casual, it adds a little bit of like dressiness. And they also look great with cardigans. They're just like they're actually, I bought it thinking that I wouldn't wear it loads, and I have worn it a lot. I really like the shape. So 2 patterns for you, because I wanted to include both of them because I thought they both fitted the bill. The first one is the Style Arc Isabella top. Now I put this in because it's actually got almost like a channel sewn through the neckline and with elastic, which this was quite similar to a few items that I saw in the shop. They had elasticated collar, which then creates that sort of ruffle. I thought the fit on this would be really nice and easy, and construction is actually quite simple. So if you like that look, but you're feeling like you'd like an easier sew, this is the one to go for. So sizing on this is a UK 4 to 32, and there is a centre seam running down the back. So that's the first one. The other one is the Atelier Scamet Passion blouse, and I thought this felt, well, very French in its kind of styling. I really love the high neckline, and it's got that lovely little frill on it. It's also got a little frill on the cuff, which is really beautiful, and then there are these patch pockets on the front. Personally, I would probably leave those off if you're trying to create kind of a more of a Sezane look, but I love this, and I feel like this is designed to, it's a little bit more technical to make. Not hugely, but this one would be slightly trickier in terms of getting the little frill around the neckline, but it would be a really good one to make because I feel like you'd wear it loads. So those are the 2 frilly blouses. The other thing that they had a lot of is shirts. So they had 2 styles of men's shirts. One was called the Mac shirt, which was quite big, boxy and oversized, and that was the stripy shirt that I was wearing in the changing room. And then they also have one called the Tomboy, which actually, interestingly enough, is slightly more fitted than that. So they had these shirts, both of these shirts, in like 7 or 8 colours. So they're obviously things that sell really well, and I think these are things that repeat each season. So they're obviously very popular. Obviously it's a classic shirt, who doesn't need one? And I've actually got one of these. I've got the white version, a boxy white shirt, and it's like the thing that I always reach for when I'm not sure what to wear. I love it. So pattern wise, the assembly line oversized shirt literally sprung to mind as I had it on in the changing room. It's a fab pattern. So sizing on this is a UK 8 to 30, so it's got a great size range. And if I show you the line drawing, you can see it's a real classic shape. It's just built to be quite boxy. It's got a very slightly dropped shoulder, which I like, but not too far down. And it's got pockets as well in the side seam, which is fab, because who doesn't need a pair of pockets? A pair of pockets? Why would you have one? Who doesn't need a pocket? So I was really chuffed with that, because I think that's a really good match. Right, next up, I have got 2 pairs of trousers for you. I will add, I've got one dress at the end. There were hardly any dresses in the shop, apart from kind of really thick, chunky knit jumper dresses. So I didn't actually hunt for that many dresses. So I was thinking, if you enjoy this, I probably could do one during summertime, or once this kind of summer collections are in the shop, because I feel like it's that funny time of year where it's not spring yet, but all the spring stuff is just sort of waiting in the stock room to be put into the shops when it warms up a bit. So that's the reason I've only got one dress. There are 2 trousers which I thought were really great, so I'm going to get on with those now. So the first one with these really lovely, slightly tapered paper bag style trousers with a tie. I thought they looked fantastic in the shop. They were in this really beautiful fabric, and obviously the model shot, she looks amazing with a big chunky jumper tucked in. If you like that paper bag style, I thought that the Megan Nielsen opal trousers, which are quite an old pattern actually, would be a really good option. It's got that tapered style, it's got the tie around the waist, and then it's got the kind of paper bag kind of top that you would expect, well, from similar style to the Sezane one. The only thing that I would say about it is that the opal trousers seem to have more paper bag action at the top than the Sezane one. Sezane had quite a few kind of like a little ruffle, but this one feels a little bit more extreme. So you could take out a little bit so that it wasn't so full on the opal ones to make it more similar, but I think they have a really kind of same sort of feel. Next up, we've got these gorgeous, and these again are ones that they repeat each season, high-waisted, button up the side, kind of sailor style trousers, which I think are great. They're quite loose fitting in the leg, and they just look really elegant. I just love them. So pattern wise, I thought the Merchant & Mills Quinn would be perfect for this. They're high-waisted, they've got the button up detail. They're definitely based on a pair of men's tailoring, which feels similar to the Sezane ones. They've got gorgeous details, and they're such a great pattern. So if you haven't seen them yet, definitely have a look at. And if you like that button front, I think they're great. So those are the trousers. Last but not least, we've got this amazing denim dress that was in the shop that that wasn't in the shop, that I really wanted to try on. I saw it online. I was like, if that is in the shop, I could be tempted to buy it because it's so good. It's a kind of boxy shirt dress. I love that it was in denim. I love the neckline of it. It's that sort of mandarin style collar, quite a chunky placket down the front with really great buttons. I feel like, just looking at the pictures, that it's in quite a heavyweight kind of denim, so it's quite structured. It just looked amazing. Pattern wise, it's a Simplicity 8014, was almost a perfect match. Now the picture has got the model wearing a short sleeve version. There is a long sleeve version, and there is also a version with a mandarin collar. I would probably cut it so that it was slightly if you have a look at version B, I think that is the option that is the closest to the Sezane one. A seam at the centre, at the kind of waistline, and I probably would size up for this to make it feel a little bit more boxy. The thing that also makes it feel really great is those big oversized pockets on the chest. So I would potentially add some kind of make your own pocket, because there's actually pockets included with the Simplicity one. I would just make them a bit bigger and then you're pretty much there. So I hope that was useful and you found something to inspire you. Let me know what company you would like me to do next, because I really am enjoying doing these, and let me know if you enjoy the kind of shots of me in the changing room. I don't know if that's a useful bit to have, and yeah, I'm sorry they're so up close. I tried really hard but there wasn't much space in the changing room for me to get backwards, and yeah, anyway, I will shut up now. Have a lovely weekend and I will see you very soon. Bye.